Hello, everybody! We are back with the IRO qualifying session for the Sport 24 Hours. Welcome everyone in chat. Nice to see you already in there. You can't wait for that session, can't you? I certainly am ready. So, couple of minutes away from that session. And yeah, it's the final round of the season, round 8, Spa 24 Hours, the big one to bring that season home. All of us. Nice one. It is, yeah. So, team standings after 7 rounds. The Esports Rich Sunlab team sitting in P1, closely followed by Overboost Racing team. So, that battle is up. So I think we also have double points or increased points for that final race of the season. So it's not over. Overboost Racing can win this, but also Esports Racing Silent. They have a good opportunity, of course, to stay in the lead and win the title for that inaugural season of the IRO GT Endurance Championship 2024. And yeah, I think I should stop waffling now and we should focus on that qualifying session. So again, we have a split qualifying session. We have 30 minutes and top 7 then will advance to a Super Bowl session followed afterwards. That is. So I think I get rid of that one. And then we can have a sneak peek. So we see 2 minute 14.7. Ay, that's quick. That's quick. At Spa in Group 3 machineries. Holy moly. So pretty sure the guys have been practicing quite a bit. And don't know, this might be the only try session, so maybe they're just trying themselves to get some fast laps in dry conditions in, because the forecast looks pretty much like this for the race tomorrow. So you see rain, and more rain. Even get like Suzuka flashbacks for that weather schedule. So good luck with that, drivers. So yeah, let's see the drivers on track. We have Nick for the 44 in that Corvette for the team that leads the standings currently. Shaky for Race Asylum, 218 Lexus on track finalized is in the trusty McLaren 650S for last minute racing. We have Mr. SBS for Loose Moose Racing in a AMG that 35 car. Then it's Harlock for Race Asylum in that BMW, the 999 it is. John D for ORT, Mr. Jesus himself, trying to give ORT a good qualifying position. Lugi is driving for the 77 GTR Race Asylum entry. Then Macho Monkey for Sector 7 Racing with that fastest lap during the warm-up session. BMW it is. 13 James for AHR in another lovely little Corvette going round. Good to see AHR back after missing last round. Then it's Mad Daz for MRL, that second rainbow colored car, another GTR. Slipstream in that Renault RS01 for Sector 7 Racing, number 7. We have another 650S on the grid. It's Banana Josh for LRC. Then we have Welchie for MRL 33 car, another BMW, and it is Cam for Syndicate Racing, the third Corvette on the grid, that 64 car it is. Alright, here we go. 14 cars out on track, 30 minutes time remaining to get your car into the top 7 for that Super Pole. Get a little on board, I think. So into a Pit K, you go abusing the gears for some turning in that boat. Looks into Stabilo section, Stabilo 1 on the entry, and now it should be flat. Exit of Stabilo 2, a little lift on that curve, but good exit speeds definitely for Nick. Past that penalty zone, heading towards Planche du Mans, that flat left kink with 260 kph. Through we go. And now braking for the bus stop in between the 150 and the 100. Into that slow chicane. Early on the power. And it is the first 2 minute 15.2. Alright. I think that's a solid way to start this one. Jakey with a 14.8. That Lexus flying around. At Spa circuit. That's a great lap. John D with a 14.9. E2 zone. And Macho Monkey with a 14.75. So the big guns are not waiting. They are showing their pace early on with this one. So Macho Monkey, Jakey, Joundy, Mr. SBS, Mick, Harlock, and Slipstream, the number 7 car in P7 for Sector 7 Racing. And currently the car to look at after the first round of flying laps. Then Luki in P8 for Race Asylum, finalized in P9 for Last Minute Racing James, P10. And we have the two MRL, Travis, Des, and Welchie. Josh and Cam, B13 and 14 for now. Still some time to go in this 30-minute session, part 1 of that qualifier. Oh, that BMW definitely a good car at the moment. Kings totally agree with that. You still need the drivers to pilot those cars in a quick way, and with all the cars, it's risk versus reward, and that rear end still twitchy. If you're not that careful, you might lose it. That was also a very bad line for Macho Monkey. Nick already hitting. Didn't like the tires, maybe new ones it is already. So John D improved that time to a 14.555. Macho Monkey into the pits as well. So they're not wasting any time on really worn tires by the looks. So Jakey still in P3, Mr. SBS fourth for that Loose Moose Racing 35 AMG. Harlock in P5, Luki P6 for the 77 Race Asylum Nissan GTR Nismo. Nick then currently sitting in P7, Belchi up to P8, very close behind Nick Slipstream, down to P9, and James in P10 currently. What's the gap between James and Nick? It's 2/10, 4/10 roughly between Nick in 7th and James in P10. Another 10th to finalize. Then we have 6/10 to Matt Daz for MRL. Camp improved to a 16.6. And George seems to have some trouble. The pit exit, maybe the gear is splayed up, I don't know. So ORT currently in the lead, but it's not important to have P1 for this session. You just need to qualify for a Super Pole. Remember that, but it's a good way to get yourself ready, a good warm-up for that shootout later on in that Super Pole. And I spotted a little bit of purple again for this lap. We'll see if John D keeps on running or into the pits. No, stays out. Feels like there's still time in this lap. Don't think it was. Oh, it was a quicker, yeah, but not by much. So I'm pretty sure he will be pitting this lap and get some fresh, soft tires. Slipstream up to P4 in that Renault RS01, a 14.9. So this means Nick in P8 currently outside of the top 7, and it what will be the cutoff time, you reckon, Chad? Probably you have to get into the 2-minute 14s to get through to Super Pole. That will be insane, but hey. So Harlock with a 15.1 and Lukey with that 15.2. Nick also with a 0.2, but 9. But that's will be tough. Will be tough definitely to get to. Not improving on this lap, bad looks. Welchie out. What about James also on the out lap? So most of the drivers now have started their out lap after changing the tires. I think it's Macho Monkey. Yeah, changed the tires 1 lap earlier. So we'll stay with Macho Monkey. You know, did the wind change? I don't know. We see the cars being down on that first long sector up the famous Eau Rouge Radion complex, Camel Straight, just before the Lake Hop chicane. So a bit down. Maybe he can bring it back in that middle sector. Just coming round, no name. Braking for Pujon, that double left-hander downhill. Carries some decent speed. Good lines. Into the next chicane. Piff puff, right, left we go. And we should see that next split on the screen very soon. Just coming round Stavello, and he indeed gained some time through this middle sector. Now the run through Blanchimont into the bus stop for that final chicane. Would it be an improvement? We'll find out in roughly 10 seconds. Bit of a wiggle, not sure if that helped. 0.7 though. Shaky with that 0.8, still running in P3. Slipstream 4th. Mr. SPS in 6th with a 15.1. Harlock just 1 thousandths behind. P6 Lugi, P7 and Nick in P8. Those gaps are really close. Welchie then P9, 2 tenths behind Nick. It is James with a penalty. Won't be improving on that lap. What about finalized P11? That gap to P7, roughly 6 tenths at the moment. And in P12 it's Des, followed by Cam and Josh for LRC. Oh, need to see if something happens around that P7 spot. See that those gaps were really close. Harlock, Lugi and Nick, 3 Race Asylum drivers. Yeah, trying to get into that top 7. Jakey P3, not looking too shabby with that 14.8. And here comes Nick with 14 minutes in, so 16 minutes to go. No improvement for Nick that lap. Whereas not sure about Welchie's lap time as well. No improvement. At the front, see out lap completed for John D, starting the next flying lap. Macho Monkey into the hits again by the looks. Jakey on another run, so Macho Monkey not like wasting any time on worn tires. And let's see, the fuel is coming down bit by bit, so I think we started with 40 liters, something like that. Probably down to 30 to 28 for most of the cars. And James with a nice little toe on that Camel Straight gets past Slipstream. Slipstream still on a personal best. What about where's James in P10? 15.7 at the moment. So 5 tenths roughly to find somewhere on this track. Should have a good first sector though with that mighty slip. Also that Corvette is still quick on that Camel Straight. Wouldn't be surprised to see Lou appearing for James through Stavolo when we see that second split time appearing in a couple of seconds. It's like a clean, tidy lap so far. And is a bit up on his time, 1/10. Needs to find a bit more to get through to the Super Pole qualifying session. Oh, Nick in the pits again for some fresh tires. And we'll stay with James for this lap. This could be an improvement. Uh, 15.5 improved the time, not the position. P7 with his 2:15.260. Nick with that 2:94 currently is in P8, and Harlock with a 1:97. So Mr. SBS in P5, Slipstream P4. See the gaps, Jakey third in that RCF, and then Macho Monkey BMW didn't improve but it's the fresh run again, outlap completed, and the current pole setter 14.555. That's probably a very, very decent lap time. We'll see if Xiaodi can improve on that one. 16.1 last time round after the outlap. Also not sure what about the conditions, so I think the wind speed picked up a little bit. But yeah, that's 2.5 tenths up on that time, so there's still more time to find, and it's actually crazy. So 2.5 tenths up on his personal best, which is also the fastest lap so far in that session. And will we see an improvement? Harlock improved that time to P5. He goes in his BMW 14.358 for John Lee, putting the hammer down. Oh, Macho Monkey improving on his personal best as well. The conditions are not too bad then. Finalized. Look at that. Saw some improvements, but didn't make it into the top 7 for now. What about Macho Monkey with that lap? Looks like an improvement. 14.444. Oh, crazy. Jakey coming out of it. What about Slipstream? A penalty won't be helping. So Harlock up to P5 in that BMW. Mr. SBS out. Lugi out. Nick still outside of the top 7. The next attempt for the 44, the championship leaders, again would be crucial for them to get into the Super Pole. So Nick is pushing. We'll see that next split time appearing very soon. Right, left. Looks okay, judging the lines. Not sure about the speeds though. Here we go, a little improvement. That was a decent run coming out of Stavelo 2 and should give Nick a great run through Blanchimont and into the bus stop. Oh, Luki in P7 in that. Oh, runs too wide. That might be a penalty, or at least dirty tires. Probably pushing too hard. Yeah, there's the penalty. Oh, aboard. Probably, no, he's staying out for one more lap, so he isn't improving. But he was probably up. A couple of tenths was pushing. What about Welchie in P9? Also just 2 tenths roughly for a top 7 position for the ML driver. Let's see the exit of Blanchimont. Yeah, kept it within the track limits, no doubt about that. But just nail that bus stop chicane. No, into the pits, wasn't on a very quick one. James out of the pits. So many drivers now going for another set of soft tires. That final push in that first qualifying session with 7.5 minutes to go. So, situation Chown D, P1 for RT, then Sector 7 with Macho Monkey in P2, Race Asylum, 218 RCF in P3, Slipstream for Sector 7, the number 7 car, P3 overall, if I'm not mistaken, P4 or Harlock for the 999 BMW Race Asylum, in P5, Mr. SBS for Loose Moose Racing, the AMG still running inside that top 7, and Luki in the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3, P7 still. Then Nick, after serving that penalty, won't be improving on that lap. Not sure he'd be pitting this lap. Maybe a final push, then it is. And we saw Welch P9, James P10, and finalized in P11. So I think finalized still has a bit of a chance to get into the top 7, while Lugi improved on his lap, a 15.1 up to P6. So jumped Mr. SBS, who is now sitting on that bubble. The hot seat is with Loose Moose Racing. Under 6 minutes to go in this first part of the qualifying. Not too far behind, so this could be an improvement. Let's get some onboard action again. Lovely sounds. Wait. No name. Yeah. Not the cleanest, I think, but maybe it was quick. We'll see. Puhon down 2 gears up into 4th gear. 5th gear, probably before the 5th lap chicane. Oh, 2nd gear for rotation, that's interesting. And out of Stabilo 1 we go. Gained a little bit. Still behind, but with a good final sector. We'll see. Blanchimont, no drama. Kept it well within the track limits. Laid on the brakes for the bus stop. Yeah. Got it stopped. A little bit of wheel spin coming out of the bus stop, and it's a 50.169. Improved a tiny little bit. So, giving himself a 0.125 gap to Nick in P8. Well, she's still sitting behind Nick, roughly 2/10. Oh, Nick now starting on the lap, but right behind another car, MRL. That is Daz. Currently that GTR, but maybe Nick can get a little bit of slipstream assist. Yeah, might just get it. And probably Daz will be ahead, so he won't be distracting Nick on his lap. We'll see. Camp improved, but not close to that top 7 at the moment. So I think the top 3, 4 should be safe. Then Harlock maybe as well with a 14.9. Lugi with that 15.1 in P6 currently. Mr. SBS in P7. Not much separating those two drivers. Then it's Nick with less than 3 minutes to go. He closed that gap to Des, the Emerald driver. Probably not what he wanted on that lap. But it's still doable, I think. We saw him improvements throughout the lap before he collected that track limit penalty at Blanchimont, but got very close behind Des now. Maybe a bit dirty air, I don't know. Des moved out of the way. Okay, that was good news probably for Nick. No, what's the Delta saying? Ease up a little bit. And again, the final sector now. This is where that Corvette should have the advantage over that AMG in P7. Just nail that Blanchimont and bus stop chicane. That looked way better for Nick. Some good speed into the bus stop. And we might see Nick moving into P7 with a decent run out of that. Oh no! Not quite, so 1 minute to go. That's now or never for the championship leaders again. But they missed the Super Pole last round at Suzuka. Was it Suzuka? No, it was Road Atlanta. I'm confused with all those endurance races. But yeah, but they had a mighty compact drive during the race. But is it happening again? The 44 missing out on Super Pole, a bit down on that personal best so far. Welchie improved, got closer to Nick, but has one more lap. Yeah, so time is now 5 seconds away from the end of the qualifying. Any started lap can be completed, of course. And here we go, final lap of that first part of the qualifying session. But still, this is the crucial part, like for the championship and for Super Pole, both. Half a second down for Nick. He won't be improving. It won't be better than P8 for James. What is James currently doing? P10.5. A bit too deep for my liking into the bus stop. It won't be an improvement. 16.2 for James. Will probably stay in P10. Welchie spun it as well on that final lap, so he won't be improving. So I think we have our top 7 cars with Mr. SBS, Lugi, Harlock, Slipstream, Jakey, Macho, Monkey, and John D. And in P14 it is Banana Josh for LRC, Matt Des for MRL 2, number 9. Nissan Camp for Syndicate Racing stays in P12, P11 for Last Minute Racing, and finalized with James in P10 for AHR. In Welchie for the first MRL team, the 33 BMW, and Nick in P8 for the 44 car. But we will get confirmation pretty soon when that timer runs out eventually. Go on the, we'll see the cars and the order on the right hand side. Here we go. That's the qualifying part 1 done, but don't leave. We have Super Bowl still on the menu for all of us. So who gets pole position for the Spa 24-hour event? Yeah, definitely some close gaps, but also some insane quick laps. Yeah, the front runners. Okay, so you did get away with a 2-minute 15.169. Yeah, that's great pace. Great pace. Top 7 now advance to that Super Bowl qualifying session. So don't think we have a big break in between the sessions, so it will continue straight after the lobby settings have been put to that Super Bowl with top 7 doing this one. Oh. And looks like that Lexus RCF might be a really, really good car here at Spa. We also heard that BMW is a good one. We see 2 BMWs, 2 Lexus in that top 7. 1 AMG, 1 Nismo GTR, and 1 Renault RS01. All right. Oh, it's a bit rude that all the drivers have to leave. But I mean, if probably could have stayed in lobby and spectate, but come over to the stream, leave a like, leave a comment in chat, subscribe if you haven't already. All that good stuff, right? Ouch! Leave! Oh, we have 5 minutes, actually, or 4 minutes break, so okay. Interesting. So I can bring up again, I think, the calendar. So what it is round 8, the final round of the 2024 season. So we had some cracking races here starting early February at Barcelona. Then we had the first 24-hour event at Daytona in March. Bathurst 12 hours race. But then we had a little bit of a shorter one, the 6 hours of Watkins Glen. The 24 hours at Le Mans, probably the highlight of the year. Crazy race it was, definitely. 8 hours of Suzuka with torrential rain all the way, also pretty chaotic and spectacular race to follow. And the Road Atlanta won the 12 hours in October. At like a dominant performance by ORT. And yeah, with the final round, third 24-hour race of the season, yep, at Spa-Francorchamps. And this led us to the championship team standings so far, with Esports Race Asylum leading Overboost Racing Team in P2 and Sector 7 in P3. Probably tough for Sector 7 Racing to move up a bit, but Overboost Racing Team and Esports Race Asylum, depending on that final round could see a change between the 44 and the 46 car. And then see close between Syndicate Racing, Race Asylum number 1, the 77 car. Have close gap between Sector 7, 13 car with Macho Monkey showing some great pace. They might score some big points. And Smooth Racing also with Mr. SBS qualifying that car in that top 7. See, and MRL and AHR also very close on points. And I'm pretty sure that all of us are rooting for the 999 car to finally score a point this season, right? Come on, come on. It just looks a bit sad that they have 0 points so far. We got some heartbreaking disconnects late during those races. So yeah, and with a little bit of that spoiler alert for the race tomorrow, yeah. Don't think the drivers will actually enjoy those settings. It is so much rain. So the starting and the end of like every stint, like I think there are 2 slots that are predefined with those conditions. Everything in between will be random, but it's still pretty wet with this. And I think qualifying the second part now just began the 10 minutes of Super Pole action. Let's for 10 minutes, that's what's that? Oh, Jakey lost that car on the pit exit. What happened? Cold tires, cold tires. So it probably will be 3 flying laps, maybe a 4th one if you, well, pretty much, I don't know, 3 to 4 depending how your qualifying goes. If you have a big mistake somewhere, probably not, but yeah. Oh. So what's the cars? You see Mr. SBS for Loose Moose Racing 35 AMG, then we have Jakey, the 218 Race Asylum Lexus RCF John D, another Lexus RCF Host Racing team, 46 car Lugi for Race Asylum 77 entry, that is on GTR, Nismo GT3 car Harlock, 999 BMW Race Asylum car, the car with no points, but you can do it. You can do it. We believe in you. Macho Monkey for Sector 7, the second team, the 13 car, the BMW, and Slipstream. P3 overall in the team championships standings in that Renault RS 01. Alright. Oh, let's stick to my traditions and we will go on board with the first driver starting that first timed lap. And here we go. Braking for La Source. First gear, turn in. Now, past the pits on the right hand side. into Eau Rouge, flat out. Oh, missed that apex slightly. Was it a cut? I don't know, maybe. We'll find out very soon. Got away with it. On top of Radion, then the Camel Straight. Braking for Les Combes. Down into second gear. And chicane coming out. Downhill we go into Rivage. Long downhill right-hander. Be patient on that throttle. Bring it towards the right-hand side for No Name. It's stuck in between gears, second and third. So much up and down shifts happening into Pouhon, the double left-hander. We go. Into the next braking zone for that pit puff chicane right. Open up that corner. Left-hander. And into Stavelo 1. Tight on the inside curb. Early on the power right now. Get the run out of Stavelo 2. It is flat in that AMG. And now past the penalty zone. Approaching Blanchimont, opening that entry, good speed, 260 kph roughly, and braking for the bus stop. First gear, a turn in, and this should be a 2 minute 15 something, 15.1. Good lap, I think, to start the qualifying lesson. Chaundi indeed did a 14.6 and Macho Monkey with a 0.4 first time lap. Boom, here we go. So we are someone spotted, I think that's Lugi. So after the first timed laps we have Macho Monkey, John D, first row, second row we have Lugi and Mr. SPS. Then third row, Slipstream and Harlock and Shaky. That is a bit unusual, doing like an out lap, an in lap, an out lap again. Probably something was a bit off for Shaky. So we will definitely lose a potential third flying lap. Yeah, definitely. Sure about that. It will be just 2 flying laps for Jakey, probably. And 2:14.4 the time to beat. This stage we'll go with ORT. 2/10 the gap between P1 and P2 currently. One second down. So what's the idea? Pit, fresh tires, stay out, get into the rhythm once again. What about Macho Monkey? Can he improve on that time? It looked good, I think. No, definitely Macho Monkey doing that. Out lap, flying lap, in lap. Chaundi doing the same. Okay, so fresh tires, probably the way to go. Slipstream up to P3 with a 14.8. Just moved past Lugi. Still stays on the second row in P4. Mr. SBS are staying out for another lap. Did they actually do the exact same lap time twice in a row? 2 minute 15.193. Yes, they did. Harlock also stayed out. 15.4. Currently P6 and Jakey now starting the run. Jakey was P3 in the first qualifying session, so we could or should expect him towards the sharp end of that grid. Second row incoming, maybe. So because it's the first time lap, we don't see any deltas. It's a little bit weird, the game implementation, but hey, we just admire the driving skills and that lovely looking Lexus RCM driving around a dry Spa. Looks very tidy so far, but is it quick? That is the question. So I think 38 to 39 is the second delta split time. With a 40, that's probably a bit too slow for the front. But maybe it's just the warm-up lap for the actual flying lap. So Harlock finished the qualifying session. He won't be improving. Best they can get is P6. We still wait for Jakey. He will get a second flying lap. Just. And it will be a 15.0 P5 for now. So 10 seconds to go. We're on that final lap of the qualifying session. And the top two are close to each other with the John D. Just ahead of Macho Monkey on the track. And it's improvement for the ORT driver. Didn't see Macho Monkey. What about a slipstream a bit further up the road? Luki with a penalty won't be improving. Jakey will keep an eye on that. Mr. SBS, the first driver to complete that Super Pole qualifying session, bit down, won't be improving by the looks. So we'll keep an eye on those two, John D and Macho Monkey, fighting for pole position. We need some sector times, please. Soon we will get them. 30 improved, but will it be enough? I don't think so. Macho Monkey improving. He is improving on his own personal best. So I think it looks like we have a sector 7 pole, the number 13 car with Macho Monkey, that BMW, unless John D gets that miracle in that final sector. Looked tidy. Was it quick enough? 14.5. Oh, got close. And Macho Monkey didn't improve, but that was close. Slipstream finished that qualifying. Luki is done with that penalty. What about Jakey? Jakey didn't improve. Stays in P5. Mr. SBS as well, and Harlock P7. So Macho Monkey takes pole position with 9/10 to John D in P2. Front row still for ORT, then sector 7 that number 7 car in P3 second row alongside with Lugi 77 Race Asylum GTR. Then third row is Jakey 218 RCF and Mr. SPS that 35 Loose Moose Racing AMG and Harlock in that 999 BMW starting fourth row next to Nick, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, great setup for the event tomorrow. And we can bring up that results screen for you. So get your pens and paper out. Note those times. Now I'm pretty sure Ray will do the results graphics in a hurry. Present them on Discord later on. So yeah. Macho Monkey, Sector 713. BMW taking pole position. John D for ORT 2. See again, close gaps in the slipstream. Lugi, Jakey, not much separating them. Mr. SBS, another 10th roughly, and Harlock E7 had a better run in that first part, but hey, top 7 for that 999 car, they will be pleased. Really sure about that. All right. So, that is probably all for today. Be sure to check out the announcements on the IRO Discord for the streams tomorrow. So we have like separate streams for the event tomorrow, not like one continuous stream, but pretty sure you will find those streams somewhere in your communities. So keep an eye on that. And yeah, good luck to the drivers, to the teams competing tomorrow for 24 hours. I will be there some time for a couple of stints on comms as well, alongside with GT45 Gaming, Grantis, and Big D Deering will be on comms as well. Watch out for that. Should be fun. All right. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye.